let's do a little pivot. I mean, you originally did the art of coaching. Tell us how you, or why specifically you wanted to join the 12-week launch program. So for anyone that's listening, the launch program is our 12-week business program. So what kind of came about for you to make that decision, and what were you specifically looking to learn or get out of it?
I think that my decision to run with launch was, I literally flowed straight from art of coaching into masters and launch as well. And one of my reasons for that was because I was so in it. I was so in the work, and I was so getting what I needed to. I wasn't going to give up anything to keep on that train. That's why I call it the wild train.
I love that, the wild train. I'll use that.
Yeah, but because it's a crazy ride, and you have to hold on. That's the other reason why I call it the train, or maybe roller coaster sometimes.
Yeah.
But so there was that reason. It was because I was in a community that I needed to stay in. So there was definitely personal reasons for it, but also because I could see, without specifically knowing where I was going, I could see that it was taking me where I needed to go. Or actually, probably I could feel it was taking me where I needed to go. And so intuition was just saying, stick with it. And with launch specifically, it was about, for me, it was about strategy and planning and knowing where to spend the best parts of my energy, and getting all the pieces to the puzzle, learning them and being able to put them into practice. Also, not course that is.
You're breaking up a little bit.
So in other words, give you all the information and then go and, oops, are you there?
Yeah, you're just a bit choppy. Yep. I think you're back now. Carry on.
Okay. Are we good? It's okay.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I know now is that I'm the type of, I'm a practical learner. I need to be in the work to be learning the steps and to learn how it goes, rather than like, here's all the info, absorb it, now go put it into practice. So that's what really drew me in about launch. And I knew that before I was stepping into it, is that there was these steps. You put them in place, you're supported while you do it. There's feedback and support and navigating it if it goes right or if it goes wrong. And also someone that was going to be like, this is the next step, keep going, this is the next step.
Yes.
And that's, I think I had that information going in, but I also now know that that's exactly what I needed to really progress in the way and push me in the areas that I wasn't confident in.
Yes.
And that's where there was resistances that came up, for sure. But that was my choice. And I knew that to navigate, like we talked about before, this new online world and this new way of working, I needed support from those who had already in it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think for a lot of us, we know, we have that true knowing that, yes, I know what I want to do with my life. I want to help people and I want to run this business, but how the hell do I do that? Right? Like it's okay to align yourself with the right people to get the structure and the guidance, and the accountability is a big thing as well. And I'm glad that you mentioned him pushing you through at times where you may have wanted to give up. I know for me, I purposely sign up for programs because I have a lot of that internal dialogue, that little bit of self-doubt comes up where it's like, oh, and you make excuses and you self-sabotage. And normally where you would give up, it's impossible to, because you're in this community of people that are just full of go-getters and obviously Calvin pushing you in the right direction. So that's a big part of the reason why I do programs and personal development, because I need to be held accountable and surrounded by the right people. So definitely made a good choice.
Yeah. And to add on to that, like with community and being surrounded by the right people is what I also have come to realize within launch and with perhaps other programs that keep me growing and advancing, that the program is in and around people that are doing the same things as you. So even though
I've lost you again.
With people that are doing the same thing. Are you there?
Yeah. So I got even though you're working with, we can start from, we're working with the same people that are doing the same thing, and then I lost you. And you're frozen again. Okay, there you are.
Okay, that's all right. It's all good. Okay, silly Wi-Fi. what I was talking about, what I really learned is that because I'm independent, because I'm self-employed, I work for myself, before launch, it can be really lonely. But when you're working in communities like this, and even though you're still working for myself, I'm still charging ahead with my purpose. I'm in a community of people that are doing the same. So, you're interacting and you're chatting it out and you're supporting each other through, strengths and weaknesses and all of that sort of thing. And so I feel like it's really allowed me to thrive because I feel less alone rather than like, this is all it is. But there's other people on that same train.
Yeah. That's actually a really good way of looking at it. I never thought about people that are doing online businesses working from home, how lonely that would be. So that's actually a really good insight, that you're kind of like in a business hub, like a group of people that are like, how's your business going? Yeah, good. How's yours?
Exactly.
That's really cool. Yeah. I love that. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, because I realized that that's what I needed, is that I still want to be able to work for myself. And I still know that, I want to be independent and all of that sort of thing, but it enables me to, feel as though I kind of have a team or a workmates and things like that. And I think that's really powerful. And it really is going ahead with changes that have been made since COVID and going online and more people working from home.
Yeah.
We have to be so careful about how little people we interact with on the same level, rather than just in a client coach sort of environment. Is like, do we have peers and do we have support? And also motivated people that are on that same wave of like, I'm pushing ahead, I really want to make this work for myself, rather than trying to explain it to one of my other dear friends that's not in this realm at all. Yeah. So I don't even get what you're doing.
Yeah. No, that's super powerful.
So it's awesome. And I've made some amazing friends and beautiful connections and even collaborations.
Yeah, that's
totally
true.
Rad, so.
Yeah. And like you said, you get out of it what you put in, right? So obviously all of this is coming to you, and it's manifested because you're putting in the hard work, and you're putting yourself and aligning yourself with the right opportunities, the right people, and in the right space. So all of this is coming to you for a reason, and we are so lucky and grateful to have you as part of the community. You've done some amazing things. And speaking of, you hit and you're a part of our K Club for launch. So congratulations. How did that feel when
I am.
Okay. Whoop, whoop.
It was amazing. It was a little bit I was a wee bit, I don't know if shocked was the right word, but I just remember when Calvin was first talking about the 10K club, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if that's me. And it's not to say that I didn't want it, because I definitely did. It was just like, I just don't know how that's going to happen. And then when I finally get there, I think one of the beautiful things about it was, once I finally got there, I was like, that was all me. I can totally do that, and I can totally do more.
Yeah.
And it was just a beautiful milestone, and I'm actually really grateful for having that goal and being pushed towards that goal, and then also being recognized. It's I think, from what I know, quite rare, to be acknowledged and to have sort of, those goals and to be part of a club, in terms of like, and being congratulated and recognized. It just felt really, really beautiful. So I'm super grateful for that, and for every single piece and part of what's been on my wild train.
Oh, I love it. We're very, very proud of you. Obviously, that's why we wanted to, shower you with praise and spotlight you on the podcast. We think you've done amazing. And what would be one of your biggest takeaways or highlights, other than the 10K club, from doing launch?
I think community and connection is a really big one for me. But also now seeing who I've become and what I offer, I could nearly get emotional, what I offer my clients, and how much change I've made, but also how fluid and certain I am of the work that I'm offering. And what I mean by fluid is just all my work is in flow. I know what the next steps are, or perhaps there's a knowing, even if I don't see them clearly. and the tools, like the NLP tools that I'm able to offer, and really like this opportunity for healing and release and shedding the shit is what I say to a lot of my clients. Like releasing the weight of the world and seeing this courage and confidence and freedom in the beautiful humans that I work with is just, that's next level. And that wouldn't have happened without the work that I've done with Wild. So yeah, I'm grateful, and I'm sure my clients are too.
Yeah, well, it honestly is all you. Like, we can give you as much support and guidance, but you have to be willing to show up, and you have to be willing to implement it and have the mindset and just the beautiful person that you are, obviously, in general. And we can give you all the tools, but it's up to you to give them back to people, right? So it's all you, baby. Congratulations. And we are very, very proud of you. So I just wish I could give you a big cuddle.
Thank you.
What would you say to people that are considering? Oh, sorry. Did I interrupt you? I think it's a bit delayed.
No.
All good.
I was just agreeing with you. I'm sending you a hug as well.
Oh, virtual hugs. It needs to be like a virtual hug thing.
Yeah.
What would you say to people that are considering maybe signing up for launch for the next round?
If you're in it, don't mess around. You've got to be ready to do the work.
Yeah.
And you've got to realize that your buttons will be pushed, and it's in all the right ways. And say that because, and there were times where, oh, I'm out, I can't do this. And I just, I keep going. Because you have community, then it's more reason to keep going.
Beautiful. I love that.
You are navigating the challenges and all of that. Yeah.
Beautiful, honey.